Have you ever wondered and found yourself feeling stuck or frustrated with where you are in life? Maybe you're not where you thought you would be at this point in your life, or maybe you're feeling like you're not making progress towards your goals. If it sounds familiar, I have some good news for you. You are where you need to be. Now, before you roll your eyes and click away, hear me out. I know this might sound like some cheesy self-help advice. I know it does sound like it, but actually there's some truth to it. And I'm not talking about fate or destiny or anything fluffy like that. I'm talking about the fact that every experience you've had up until this point has shaped you into the person you are today, this moment, this minute that you're listening to me. And that same person is exactly where they need to be right now. Let's start by talking about why you might be feeling this way first. You're feeling like you're not where you want to be. Maybe you're comparing yourself to others. And in this day and age with social media, I would not be surprised. And you're feeling like you're falling behind. You haven't got enough in your wardrobe. You haven't got enough money. You haven't got a colorful life. Or maybe you're just feeling lost and you're unsure of what your next steps should be. You see, these are valid feelings, but they're not reasons to beat yourself up or feel like a failure. One thing I like to remind myself is that life is not a straight line. There are going to be ups and downs, twists and turns, and unexpected detours, yes. And that's okay. It's all part of the journey. So if you're feeling like you're off track, take a deep breath and remind yourself that there is no one right path in life. You're allowed to make mistakes and to change your mind and to do it all over again and to pick it up and drop it and start all over again and try new things. Yes. But why exactly are you where you need to be now? Why do you think you are where you are now? See, first of all, every experience you've had up until this point has taught you something. Maybe you've learned a new skill at a job that you hated, or maybe you discovered something about yourself during a tough breakup. These experiences might not have been enjoyable at the time, but do you know that they all contributed to who you are today? Who you are listening to me talk right now. And here's the thing, who you are today is exactly who you need to be. You might not be perfect. Who is? No one is. But you're the best version of yourself that you can be right now. And that means you're perfectly equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Think about it this way. If you hadn't gone through everything you've gone through up until this point, you wouldn't be the same person. Maybe you wouldn't have the same strengths or the same skills, or maybe you wouldn't even have the same perspective on life. And your perspective on life is unique to you. Have you ever stopped to think about it? You are the sum of all your experiences. And that's something you need to be proud of, something you need to show off. So if you're feeling like you're not where you want to be, you need to take a step back and look at how far you've come, because there are people coming behind you. Think about all the challenges you've overcome and all the things you've accomplished. You might not be surprised, or you might be surprised at how much you've already achieved. Of course, that's not to say that you can't make changes if you're not happy with where you are. If you're feeling stuck in a dead-end job or a toxic relationship, for example, it's important to you to take steps. It's important for you to take steps. It's important even for other people, for you to take steps to get out of those situations. But even if you're not where you want to be right now, remember, you're still on the right path. You're getting up in the morning and doing your thing. Maybe you're exactly where you need to be because you're learning something important. Maybe you're developing a new skill or a new perspective that will help you in the future. Every challenge has a lesson. Or maybe you're just learning to be patient and trust the process. It can be as simple as that. Let's be real. Sometimes life just throws us a curveball. Maybe you got laid off from your job or your relationship ended unexpectedly. These things can be really tough to deal with. Or maybe a parent dies, a partner dies. But even in those moments, you're exactly where you need to be. Because in those moments of difficulty and adversity, you have the opportunity to grow and to learn. You have the chance to prove to yourself that you're capable of handling tough situations and coming out stronger on the other side. It can get easy to get caught up in the idea that we need to be constantly moving forward and achieving more and doing more. But sometimes the most important thing we can do is to step back or step out of ourselves and reflect on where we are right now. Appreciate every present moment and all the good things that are happening in our lives, even if they're small. I'm speaking to myself too. And there's another thing to consider. Maybe you're exactly where you need to be because you're meant to help someone else. Maybe you have a unique perspective or a unique skill set, unique experiences that can make a difference in someone's life. Or maybe you just have a kind heart and a listening ear that someone else needs right now. So the next time you're feeling frustrated or stuck, try shifting your perspective a bit. Try reframing. Instead of focusing on where you want to be, focus on where you are right now and what you can learn from this experience as it's happening right now. Trust that you're on the right path, even if it doesn't look like what you thought it would. And remember, just because you are where you need to be right now doesn't mean you have to stay there forever. You're always capable of making changes and pursuing new opportunities. But wherever you go next, carry with you the lessons you've learned and the experiences that have shaped you into this amazing person that you are today. So my dear listener, embrace who you are right now. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be. And who knows, maybe the best is yet to come, eh? Until next time.